Welcome back to Maths in an Empty Classroom with me, Mr. Southern. This is part 2 of the lesson on simplifying algebraic fractions. In this example, what we have is x minus 1 over x all over x plus 1. So we have a fraction within fractions. And it would be quite unusual for a question to start in this way, but what you often find is in other topics, for example, work you do with functions, you might end up with an expression that looks like this, and as mathematicians we're unhappy with leaving that as a final answer because we don't like fractions contained within fractions. So the first thing that I need to think about doing is how to deal with the fact that I have 1 over x on the numerator. And what I can do is I can look at what the denominator of this fraction is here, and I can multiply the entire numerator by that denominator to cancel it out to a linear term without a fraction. However, if I multiply the numerator by x, I have to also multiply the denominator by x, which means each term on the numerator and each term on the denominator is multiplied by x. So what that would give me is x squared minus 1 over x squared plus x. So you can see here that every single term in this expression has been multiplied by x. Now, as with example 1, I'm looking to factorise and solve, and as you can see, it's my old friend difference of two squares. It's popped up again. X squared minus 1 on the numerator will factorise to x plus 1, x minus 1. Now on the denominator, I don't have a constant term, and often this catches people out because they think, well, how do you put that into two brackets? They forget the linear factorising that you would have done way before you saw quadratic factorising. They both have an x term in common, so you can factorise that to be x times by x plus 1. And then you can see you've got a common term on the numerator and the denominator, which we can cancel. So that x plus 1 will cancel, which leaves us with our final answer of x minus 1 over x. And that is job done. If you wanted to check that your answer was correct, you could choose a number for x and check that you get the same result when you sub it in here as you do when you sub it into the original. I'll see you in part 3.